I don't believe in fans, but the WWE has finally done something right.
Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter, and you've been asking for this segment back again because we were on a hiatus for several months because I've been running around like crazy on a book tour meeting all you terrific people. But my guest today is, in my opinion, the most outspoken man in the business of pro wrestling. And whatever he says is his opinion, doesn't mean it's my opinion, but he can say it anywhere. The Star Maker, Kenny Bolin, welcome back.
How are you doing, Bill? Are you doing good?
I'm doing real good.
It's been a long time no see. We haven't seen each other in a while. What was the last time we talked? Maybe November, December?
October or November
of
October? 2015. Yeah, after you didn't send me a birthday present in October.
There's a reason for that.
There was? But can you?
Yeah, I'm going to elaborate. I lured you into this, and I'm ambushing you. You have no idea this is coming. I'm not too particularly happy with you right now because the last 3 shows that you and I did,
yes,
what I hear from your people were 3 of the highest rated shows ever done by Bill Apter, period, especially that Brock Lesnar episode.
Yeah, where he bullied you.
That was the one that got everybody riled up. That was the one that people got fired up about. And that was the one where you actually got some heat. You were getting hate mail because you had me telling the God's honest truth about what happened with John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and me coming up with the Montreal Screwjob. That pissed people off. And then all of a sudden, Kenny Bolin wasn't too important to you anymore. You know what became important? Was your precious book. And I'm not real happy. I said, now there for a while, you were promoting my book on your show, and you promote my DVDs, and you'd promote various other, my Beats by Bolin headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a love affair. But you got a little heat from your fans, and all of a sudden you pulled away from me a little bit. I wasn't so important to you. Oh, Kenny, we'll do a show next week. Then all of a sudden we'll do a show next month. Then all of a sudden, I guess we'll do one next year. I'm busy with my book tour, Kenny.
Well, next year was only 3 months.
Well, yeah, only 3 months. We were the hottest things on the internet, man. You and me.
Yep.
The talk of the wrestling world. And you let a few upset fans that can't handle the truth, and to quote a movie, I think scare you from me. And then on top of that, my book sales were going through the roof because you were on here promoting them. You were getting me more sales than Jimmy Cornette was getting me.
Wow.
And that's what happened. My book sales slowed down. You know why? I go to Amazon.com, and every time I look at my book sales, there's 2 books that always stare me right back in the eye. Oh, when you buy Kenny Bolin's book, a lot of people buy these books. Daniel Bryan's book and your book. And what did I notice that you and Daniel Bryan both did? Because I'm not particularly happy with him right now. Oh, he can retire all he wants, and I hear we're going to talk about that a little bit.
We will.
And I'm not particularly real happy with him or you right now on that issue because what did y'all do? My book on Amazon.com sold for $25.95, and I was raking in the money, man. I got a separate bank account that all my book sales go to. And then all of a sudden, that trickled down a little bit. My book sales weren't as hot, and I couldn't figure out why. And I go to Amazon.com, and I look, there it is. Bill Apter's book, $13.95. You were selling your book.
I didn't. Wait a minute. I say you're the most outspoken person I know.
I'm ambushing you. You had no idea this was coming. I can see the shocked look in your face right now.
But listen,
half price.
I didn't make the prices. Amazon.com made those prices. I have nothing to do with how Amazon prices their books.
Oh, you could take the heat for it, and I could come to whatever godforsaken city you're in, and you and I could settle this personally with a little sit-down conversation. Or you say, oh, no, Kenny, it was Amazon.com. Go after Amazon.
It was. Absolutely. All
right, well, I'm going to trust you at this one. I'm going to trust you.
But people don't know. There are a lot of people, since we haven't been together, and again, the truth of the matter is, I've just hadn't had time to do a lot of this.
For me. That's what I've told everybody.
Well, I know that. And am I allowed to apologize?
No, you're permitted. Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I owe an apology.
I don't know if you want to apologize.
Well, no.
Your book gets cut in half price, so that leads people right away. Oh, we might want this book. It's half the price of Bolin's. And then Daniel Bryan cut his to $17.98. undercover. I had to lower the price of my book.
Tell them about your book. Tell these people about your book.
It's the name of the book, and don't be confused by the title. It's not what you think it's about. It's the title of the book is I Probably Screwed You Too, the mostly true stories of Kenny Starmaker Bolin.
And I read it.
The only, and you've read it. You got a copy.
I did.
Said you was going to pay for it. That didn't happen. And the thing that upsets me is that I think I'm the only person in the history of Amazon to have 20 consecutive 5-star reviews, but yet people still wanting to doubt whether it's a good book or not.
It's a great book.
And that's out of your mouth. And you've written some great books.
Well, I've only written one book. But
is that the only book you've written? I would assume you've written hundreds of books.
No, one book. And Is Wrestling Fixed? I didn't know it was broken. But your book, I got such a kick out of, and I recommend it. It's a if they do a scale of 1 to 5 stars, it's 6 stars. That's how much I enjoyed it.
They don't give you a 6-star rating on Amazon, so you're the only 6-star rating.
Okay, so
there might be other, but you're the first one to come out publicly on.
Go to Amazon, get his book because he's very outspoken. Now you're talking about yes, Daniel Bryan. As you know, he we all saw this. He announced his retirement. He's done in the ring, and a lot of people, and I don't know if you share in this, before that happened, thought this was going to be some sort of a setup for him to come back and have his last match at WrestleMania. Did you think that too?
Well, there's a reason I didn't think that, and that's because I had some advanced word about behind-the-scene negotiations that were going on. And this is what I'm hearing, folks, so don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the messenger. What I was hearing, and Bill may have heard others, so he's going to get a chance to say what he's heard, and then we'll compare stories.
Okay.
I had heard that Bryan's doctors had cleared him
to
come back and be able to wrestle, and I hear that WWE doctors have not cleared him, and he owes WWE 1 year under contract, and obviously he can't give them that year until those doctors clear him. So I think he could have been maybe offered an option to where he could just walk away. Let's forget about that year. Let me go work elsewhere, being as you won't let me work here. Or hold me to my contract, and I'll never be able to get to work it off because apparently you guys are never going to release me. This is where you think I might be bashing the WWE, but no, I'm not. If he'd had that many concussions, he said on
16, I think he said.
Yeah, at least 16 that he knows of. I guarantee you he didn't go to the hospital every time he bumped his head, not on an independent worker's salary. He didn't go every time he took a serious bump, every time he took a chair shot, every time he fell off the top rope, every time some guy that he was working and didn't know what they were doing dropped him on his skull. 16 that we know of.
No, you get in the car and you go to the next town when you're on the indie circuit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so in this case, and I don't do it often, I'm as critical of the WWE as anybody. I worked with them for 9 years. I didn't keep my mouth shut then. I don't keep my mouth shut now.
I know that.
I'm not looking for a job from anybody. I'm not available to be hired by TNA, ROH, WWE, or anybody. I tell you the God's honest truth as I know it. This time I'm siding with the WWE. I would not put a man with 16 concussions in the ring either. That would not happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to blow you up full size here. Now that you've apologized and are upset about, I can see in your heart you're upset about what you did to my book. But maybe the sales are going to go right back to the moon now, and maybe you could raise your prices on yours to where it's a fair battleground, fair competition, and your book ain't half what mine is.
You have to talk to Amazon. But getting back to your point here, I had said in an editorial...
It's all money about me, but go ahead.
No, I had said in an editorial that, the fans and everybody shouldn't be selfish to want him to stay and, work in the ring anymore, because one more match, he could, even a 5-minute match.
Absolutely, and that's what hurt me last night, because I could see the pain that he was going through.
Yeah.
Not physical pain, mental pain. The man, here you got the jury, and I was talking about this with my son earlier today.
By the way, you mentioned last night, so if you're watching this the night after, it depends when you're watching this, but it was on February 8th, 2016.
Monday night, I watched it. Actually, I watched it hours after the show, and I'll be honest with you, I don't sit down and watch a lot of Raws. It's been a little tough for me to watch sometimes compared to the product that I'm used to. I know they're thin on talent right now. I was not very happy with how the Rumble went. We can get into that a little bit later because I got a couple of ideas I think may have worked even a little better. But yeah, what I know.
But getting back to Daniel Bryan.
Back to Daniel Bryan, I thought the fans were extremely selfish to yell and chant and try. Because I guarantee you, man, it was going through his head. I bet you he was having second thoughts about retiring.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too.
He was probably standing in that ring saying, you know what, screw this. I know what I told him in the back I was going to do. Bull crap. I ain't retiring. Either let me wrestle or let me out of here. I'm going to go around and I'm going to wrestle because that's what he wants to do.
Well,
that's what he knows how to do.
I thought when he said tomorrow he's not going to be a wrestler anymore. I thought he was going to say, bring somebody out. Yeah.
But there we go. Now WWE's responsible, and this might be the match where he gets concussion number 17.
Yep.
He becomes a vegetable in a hospital somewhere, and the WWE are the biggest heels on the planet.
Absolutely.
Because they let it happen for a selfish one-night gate.
Yeah, so luckily they didn't.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I am notorious for disagreeing with a whole lot of what WWE says and does. Normally, it's like my brother. If it says one thing, I do the other. That's probably the right thing to do, in my opinion. But last night, I was in 100% total agreement with him, and I was a little pissed because I didn't see the very end of his deal. I had to go on YouTube and see it because they went so over that he did about another 2 or 3 minutes he did that I didn't get to see, and I have my TiVo set to go 20 minutes over. And I still didn't, TiVo, I called it TiVo.
Yeah.
My DVR on my Time Warner cable.
Yes.
And I haven't had TiVo in a long time, but everyone still calls it TiVo.
You got the audio on your cassette recorder. Did you get the audio on your cassette recorder?
I got that on tape.
On your cassette recorder?
Yeah, I got it taped in the living room on 8-track, what I got mine on. But it's like drinks. When people drink, what is it? I'm going to drink me a Coke. Well, they call it a Coke no matter what they're drinking. It could be Pepsi, RC, whatever. Sure. Yeah, I'm drinking me a Coke, and I am going to take a drink because I've been talking.
Okay, not a problem at all. So now we both agree that we're glad that Daniel Bryan is done as a wrestler. Although you know, and I know, that sometimes guys retire, and then 2 or 3 years down the line, well, I had 16 concussions, but I've had 3 years off. Is it time for me to get back in the ring? Yes.
I haven't had a concussion in 3 years. My brain cells have probably repaired themselves. He even said last night, I went to a doctor that said that I was fine.
Yeah.
That I was okay.
Yeah.
And he knew better.
You know what?
You know your own body better than the doctors do. I've corrected my doctors many a time.
Keep in mind
something. I go, hey, you know what? I know my body, and you're wrong.
Keep in mind, he's also got a wife, and they want to start a family. And I think she was a large part of this decision.
I hope so. I would hate to think, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't pay one bit of sense. I watch Divas, and this is my opinion, so don't anybody WWE get mad at me. This is my opinion. I can't help but watch a train wreck.
Okay.
And that's what I see Divas.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You're entitled.
This moving train wreck. And I can't help but watch. I watch every episode, and I'm going, oh, my God. Because I think back to the days of Jackie Fargo and Tojo Yamamoto, Jerry the King Lawler, Jerry Jarrett, and all the people that were big start, Joe LeDuc, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Big Bad John, Ken, all the guys that were down here. If this stuff had hit the air back then and they had told the people and told the fans what they tell them today, it would have been mass execution in a parking lot.
Absolutely.
Mass execution. And when I see John Cena, my protege, the man, my main claim to fame, I'll admit it, John Cena really put me on the map, and thanks to my good friend Mark Cuban, who put us on the map, because when people didn't really believe in Kenny Bolin, or especially John Cena, because Vince McMahon wanted to let him go, Mark Cuban believed in us and put us on the map, and when we shot that video, both our careers took off to the moon.
I remember that.
And
we've got time for 2 more topics that I want to talk to you about.
I think after about a 6-month layoff that we got time for as many topics as I want to talk about. But okay,
you know what?
It's your show. It's your show.
No. Let's go. I've got a whole list of topics. To hell with the time. Let's do this here.
There you go.
Okay, so another guy now. Let's talk about retirement versus comeback. I have made it very clear on several shows that people are talking about The Undertaker coming back at WrestleMania. And my opinion
Right.
is it'll be great to have him back, but not in a match. Leave the matches alone. He got his revenge over Brock Lesnar at the last WrestleMania. Come back, do a spot of something, but not as a wrestler.
What is there to prove for The Undertaker now?
There's nothing to prove.
I mean, he took the loss, so that's happened. To Brock Lesnar, who I used to see him go to the MMA fights to see Brock Lesnar. So that tells me there that there was a friendship and a mutual admiration society, I guess. So he's got.
Or he was scouting his opponent.
Scouting his opponent. Well, it could have been.
All right.
And but that has happened, and he got his revenge on top of it. So what the hell else is there to prove?
Well, that's why I say, just like when Hogan came back, or Stone Cold, or The Rock, when they all did this, the beer thing in the ring, Undertaker coming back, just with the entrance and coming in and talking about something or whatever, or disrupting a match, that's fine. But don't go in there against a Wyatt or somebody like that. It just...
Unless it would be for Wyatt to beat him and finally elevate Wyatt to the level that he needs to be at. They're not making a whole lot of new stars right now.
I can't see them doing that. I just can't see...
Well, I honestly can't either, because they've already done it for Lesnar. But if you really want to have evil defeat evil, I mean, let's face it, that's what the Wyatts are. They're the new Undertakers.
Yeah, but it's just going to lower the Undertaker even one more notch in that legendary position that we all keep him in.
But if you're going away, you in this business, you are known to pass the baton.
Oh, sure.
Brock Lesnar, the part-time wrestler of the WWE, didn't need a baton passed to him. We all know how bad he is. We all know what a tough guy he is. Nothing, in my opinion, was proven by The Undertaker losing to a part-time wrestler who doesn't even want to work full-time to the WWE. He wants to work when he wants to. Hey, great. I don't criticize him for that. I was known to have a similar schedule with OVW.
I know you were.
I'd been around for a long time. I picked the shows I wanted to do. But I wasn't the focused talent that people were buying a ticket to come and see.
Right.
Yes, I assume I was a nice addition to the product when I did show up, and that's what The Undertaker has become. He is a nice addition to the product when he shows up, when The Rock shows up. Stone Cold, to this day, I still feel gets a bigger pop than any of them.
Yes.
Because you still look at Stone Cold and think, he still whips somebody's ass. You don't want to mess with Stone Cold. And The Rock, obviously, still looks, because he could do it. Undertaker, on the other hand, time is sneaking up on him. And this is probably a good time to keep that dead man image and walk away. And like you said, if he walks out in a coat and a hat with the music, like you said, a great idea. If he walks out with that coat, hat, and the music, points at somebody, and a lightning bolt comes out of the sky, or a hole opens up, and the WWE can do anything they want.
Yeah.
I watched Buried Alive. I was there that night.
Yeah.
They can do anything they want, and he doesn't have to take a bump.
That's exactly what I say.
My good friend, Jerry the King Lawler, your good friend, he just plugged you on a show that I saw the other day talking about how you hooked them and Andy Kaufman up. And he gave that look like he was going to deny it. You know how Lawler can lure you in. Well, I hear Bill Apter, Bill Apter said that? Really? That's what Apter said? He's right. He did.
Yeah.
So he lured everybody.
We always do that shtick.
But he came back from death. Lawler's almost the real Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's the one that came back from death, and he's 6. Well, I'm getting ready to turn 56 in March. Jerry Lawler is 66, I guess, maybe 67. It's one or the other. And
he's ageless. He's ageless.
Look at the man. He looks like, and I'm jealous as hell.
Yeah,
he's gained hardly any weight. Someone said he looked 43 on this interview. I don't think he looks that old.
And he's got a beautiful fiance.
He said that was the secret to him keeping young.
Probably.
That he's always kept a young girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, I've done that. I got fat. I don't know where Lawler missed this disease, because he eats the same stuff I eat. But he never got fat. But I've always had a young girlfriend too. My current girlfriend is 24. She turns 24 March the 8th. Happy birthday, Lena. And
happy birthday, Lena, from me too.
Well, I'll certainly pass that on.
Lena? Not Lena? Oh, no, it couldn't be the same Lena.
Probably not.
Go right ahead.
I hope not. Breaking up with her if it is. Yeah. So yeah, we'll avoid all that. So, there's where I stand on that. I think you and I are in agreement with the Undertaker.
Okay.
We're in agreement with Bill Apter. I
Right.
recently agreed with Cornette on some comments this week about Lucha Underground, and we actually almost filmed a Lawler Dundee tag team type thing to where me and Cornette was agreeing with each other, which I don't know has happened in 40 years of our friendship. It's actually 41 years now.
You and Cornette.
Jim Cornette have been best of friends.
All right. Well, send my regards to Jim Cornette. We did plug his book as well, by the way. We ran an interview with him that I taped at WrestleCade. I have two more things I want to talk to you about.
But is that book as good as this one?
Now, show that right up to the camera there.
Get that right up there, the title.
It's two different type of books, of course.
Well, you're right.
And they're both good, but
they're both factual and 100% accurate.
Yes.
And one of us just wrote it a different way than the other one did.
You did, right? I know that.
Jimmy's a stickler for punctuation and paragraphs and past and present participles, and I'm not.
All right, I've got two people I want to talk to you about, and this is going to be a real hot topic.
Well, good. Let's heat this thing up. We're agreeing too much. Let's heat.
I know. So let's.
We're losing viewers like that if we keep.
I want to get to the bottom of these.
You notice how pretty my hair is, by the way.
Yeah. Do you notice how pretty my comb over is?
Well, we both do what we do well.
You're really. So okay, you ready for this?
But you're what, 25 years older than me? I mean, you got a right to lose a couple.
Probably 55. No, but I got a bed back from getting out of covered wagons. But okay. So that's actually a Jerry Lawler line. Okay,
you and Matt Dillon used to ride around together. Not just one today.
Mr. Dillon. That was Chester, right? Yeah.
Well, Chester. I watch Chester every day.
Dennis Weaver.
Now, if you want to have a conversation with me one day, sometime about not wrestling and just me and you.
Oh, we'll do that.
Let's talk old westerns.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Bonanza Gunsmoke, The Rifleman. I can talk about those.
Hugh O'Brien, Wyatt Earp. He was my hero when I was a kid.
I didn't see a lot of the Wyatt Earps.
Oh, man.
But Bonanza Gunsmoke and.
Well, we're going to do a segment on the Old West. It doesn't have to just be wrestling. All right. Okay, here's the big thing now. Two people in the spotlight for different reasons that fans. What was that?
My dog.
Oh, yeah. My dog Lexi is down here, by the way. You can't see her right now. But. Okay, two people in the spotlight that a ton of fans are saying, get them out of the WWE Hall of Fame. All right?
Well, not me. I'm not in yet. They're not trying to get me
out.
No,
but two people, a lot of people want to kick out.
I got more than that, so I'm anxious to hear what you got.
I know. Okay. So the two people are, and before you say anything, I'll give you my feeling on both of these. Donald Trump, of course, is one, and the other, Sonny, Tammy Sitch. Okay? So my feeling on...
You almost made me do a spit cake on about $15,000 worth of equipment here.
Let me try that again. And Tammy Sitch.
No, I'm ready for you now.
Okay, so here's my feeling on this.
Tammy Sitch, by the way, hates my guts. So that's
okay, all right.
Okay. And there's a reason she hates me, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Well, we're not going to go too deep into why she...
Not too deep, just enough to explain why she don't like me.
No, but I want to talk to you about what's going on here. So my feeling on...
So Sonny is actually in the Hall of Fame, is that correct?
She is. Now let's start with Donald Trump, okay? Because he is so out there in the as a Republican, possibly the guy.
And I'll state right now, I'm an independent, so
okay.
I have no horse in this fight.
I understand that. Me too. But no, I'm not going to agree with you. That's not true. Got to start disagreeing with you.
You're a Republican if I ever saw.
But what do you? No. What do you think? Well, if I look like Larry David, then I'm a Bernie Sanders guy. So
you're not yelling enough to be Bernie.
So what do you think?
Oh God.
What do you think? What do you think? Let's start off with Donald Trump. Right. Should he be in or out of?
I wish my son were here right now. Oh my God! Now my son is 10 times the prince. He's 10 times more political than I am.
No. I just want to know: should he be in the Should they keep him in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Why is he there? What is the reason to put him in there?
He's part of the celebrity wing. So let's look at it that way.
How many shows did he do that drew any money?
Well, the hair shaving show, we remember that.
Yeah, there's one.
But we're just talking about We're just talking about him.
A lot of the guys drew a lot more money that aren't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Accomplished a lot more.
And now,
I mean, basically, if you were a celebrity and you appeared on Raw or one of the pay-per-views, and Vince likes you, you go to the Hall of Fame. And that to me, we need another body to determine who's going to the Hall of Fame. Because Vince's, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Vince's limo driver in the WWE Hall of Fame?
I think it was Vince Sr.'s limo driver.
Oh,
James,
okay. Now,
I forgot his last
he
name.
In?
That was at the very beginning of when they created the Hall of Fame.
Don't we have a janitor maybe in Stanford somewhere who's longtime loyalty? And why don't we put him in the Hall of Fame?
That's a possibility. But people are saying because Trump's running for president right now and all this, all the stuff he's spewing out there, he doesn't.
But that's not the reason to remove him. He can say whatever he wants, just like I can.
Okay.
A lot of people, you wouldn't believe how many people on Facebook have begged me to run for president because they think I would be the answer to Donald Trump, because I would at least give you facts, figures, and knowledge as to why I say what I say. I would not say, well, I'm going to do this. Well, how are you going to do that, Mr. Bolin? With good management. That's his answer for everything. And I got a problem with that. Like I said, I'm an independent. I'm not, I don't really pick from either side. I pick the man, not the gang sign, as Jesse Ventura calls it. And he never has an absolute answer for any of the things he's going to do. Well, I'm going to build a wall. Well, who's going to pay for it? I'm going to make the Mexicans pay for it. Oh, really?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck.
Good luck. All right. So I'm going to do something we've never done.
But just because he is out there and has said some things people don't agree with is not the reason to remove him.
Okay.
The reason to remove him is because he should have never been there to begin with.
Okay.
I should be there.
All right. So now,
and I want to have a show about that, about why I should be in the WWE.
We're going to do that on our next show.
I worked for the company and produced half the talent they have now.
Well, we will do that on the next show. So here's what I want to do. I've never done this.
Do it on this show. All right. Well,
no, I've never done this before.
On camera?
On camera. We're going to leave this as a cliffhanger. I don't want you to say anything about Sunny, whether she should be in or out of the WWE Hall of Fame. Hold your thoughts right now. Our next segment, when we come back on the next one next week, we're going to start off with that and why you should be in the Hall of Fame. Okay?
Fine with me.
I want to end with something positive. Positive. A good friend of yours is going to be honored this year at the Cauliflower Alley Club, Lance Russell.
Oh, great. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know that he was going to be there.
Yes.
I'm a member as well.
I know you are. I am as well. Oh. But
I've never got to go, though, health reasons.
Me either. This is my first time.
Oh, really? Your first time?
First time. But if Lance is watching.
My good friend Jason Sanderson is the one that got me in there. He actually purchased my certificate and got me in, and I've been a member now for, Lord, 6-7 years, I guess. And that was one of the sweetest things that anyone ever did for me. Was he said, I made you a member of something that Vince McMahon will never be a member of. And he says that they don't want Vince there.
I don't know if he sends somebody every year, so he may be a member. I don't know.
I was told he wasn't and never would be. If that has changed, like I said, I was told that 6-7 years ago.
It may have changed. I'm going to find out.
A well-known Catholic priest.
I am going.
Well, he probably lied.
I'm going to. I'll ask my rabbi. I'm going to. I will find that out.
You got a rabbit?
No, I got a rabbit. Yes.
That talks. It's cool. I'd like to meet.
There's a story behind that. Kenny Bolin, thank you so much for being back with us here on the Apter Chat. And now what I want to do is say to the fans, you've seen us back again. We used to title this thing The Heel Supporter and the Wrestling Reporter.
Well, you say we titled it that.
Well, I did.
Up with that, and
I did. So if you guys have a better title for this segment, because we're going to go back to doing this every week right now.
One we threw out, and let's throw that out there. And if people think they've got, didn't you and I kind of, I threw out, hey, let's make this one fall with a 1 hour time limit. You kind of like that. And then I said 1 fall, 1 hour time limit with no disqualification.
I like it, but it doesn't really say what we're doing.
Well, you're right.
So
fans, if you can come up with something better. Why don't you write Mr. Apter? We'll let you can give me your suggestions, but make sure Mr. Apter gets them.
Well, thank you.
Because it's his show.
Well, it's our show.
For now, it's his show.
Yeah.
I've been taking over a lot of shows lately. Have you heard about
the
Bolin experience?
But you can leave it right here.
The Bolin experience ain't far down the road.
You can leave it on YouTube. You can tweet me at Apter One Wrestling, the number one.
No more hate mail for Bill. I mean, he's had enough. I mean, Bill went his entire life without any hate mail. And then let's tone it down a little bit. Quit giving me all this admiration and love and affection and telling everybody how much you love me. And quit being so mean to Bill. It's his show.
Be Apter at onewrestling.com. That's the number one. Or on Twitter.
That one in there.
That's it. Kenny Bolin, any last words here?
You never let me plug a thing, hardly other than...
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Your book. But,
all right. If you want anything, the easiest way to deal with me, to get on my good side, come see me at Facebook, /StarMakerBolin. It's the same at Twitter. So if you don't have Facebook, you can come to me at Twitter. And if I have any merchandise you'd like, this beautiful shirt, the BS shirt, my book, which I showed earlier, the BS hat, but look at these bad boys. These are the monster diamond tears right here.
Yeah, I'm going to need to buy a pair of those.
The Beats by Bolin are the most popular. You've been telling me for 6 months you're going to buy a set of
I'm going to do that. I mean,
I'm getting tired of looking at you on here without wearing a set of Beats by Bolin headphones on your skull. You need those.
I'm going to
at the right price. And I'll give you the family discount.
Do you take MasterCard or Visa? Here, let me put it in the here. Run it through the machine there.
Well, I was going to freeze that number and just send you a bunch of stuff.
I knew you were. And so would everybody else.
Well, you got that right. But the thieves out there is what there are. But write me at Facebook, /StarMakerBolin. You can go to my photo section and see the pictures of the headphones that I offer. I have the wireless Buds by Bolin. I have the new Beats by Bolin pill. Great prices at a fraction of what you would pay that doctor that makes these things. He's ripping you people off. Come to the king and the Star Maker. Yeah, I have 2 nicknames, so what? But I'll take care of you. My book, I think I'm going to run a sale price on the book. We're going to give people some motivation to buy my book. I'm going to cut my price a little bit. And maybe if you buy X amount of merchandise, you can get my book at half price.
I didn't do that. Amazon.
Oh, yeah, you've sold 1 million of yours now, so yeah, get on, help me sell them.
I wish I sold 1 million of them, so that would have been great.
Me and you both would be doing a little easier if you sold 1 million books.
All right, Kenny Bolin.
They moved me $500,000.
We will see you next week, and we'll see you at the matches.
I did say.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on here with Alpha Female, one of the biggest stars around the world in female wrestling. Now, Bill Apter has wrote an amazing book. You can go to Amazon.com and get your copy there, or go to your local bookstore and get your copy. But I'm going to ask you a question. I mean, I know you're a professional wrestler. You've wrestled all over the world. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is wrestling fixed?
Well, I didn't even know it was broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, is wrestling fixed? I didn't know it was broken. Find it at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com. Thank you.